Good morning, it is 6:20 a.m. in the morning here in Seoul, South Korea, and today I'm bringing you guys along for an exciting excursion day that we're doing. Today we are taking a tour of the DMZ, the Demilitarized Zone that separates North and South Korea. Essentially, it's as close to North Korea as you can get without crossing the border. Are not going to the JSA, which is the Joint Security Administration. They have closed that down since a soldier ran over the border, so we are just doing the DMZ, some tunnels, a suspension bridge, but let's go as close as we possibly can to North Korea. This is something I absolutely knew I wanted to do when I was booking this trip, and the day is finally here, so let's go together to the DMZ. And thank goodness it's not the DMV, because I would not want to be going there. Before we get any further into this video, I just want to give a quick disclaimer in case that you cannot see it throughout the contents of this video. This was such a learning day for us. Obviously, there is a long history between North and South Korea and what North Korea does in their country and all the propaganda and everything political. We understand that it is not something to necessarily be celebrated, but it is something we really wanted to go do and see and learn about. At the end of this tour, my mom and I looked at each other and we said, you know what we really learned from today? So desperately, South Korea wants to reunite with North Korea because a lot of their family members are still in North Korea and they have no access to them at all. So as I was editing this video, I felt it on my heart to come on here and mention that we're not necessarily celebrating North Korea. This was a very cool experience and a very cool tour, and we learned so much, and I hope that you guys can learn a little bit throughout this video. Subscribe down below so you don't miss another video. Okay, with that being said, let's get on to the rest of it. Morning, we have met up with our tour guide. We actually are picking up a second group of people, so we have 15 minutes while we're getting them. And there's a Starbucks across the street. There's been this place called Paris Baguette or Paris Croissant. Sometimes it's different that we really love. Don't see one around here, but we see a Starbucks. My mom wants a coffee. We haven't eaten breakfast, so we're gonna go check that out while we have our 15 minutes. And if not, there's a coffee bean and tea leaf like 3 doors down. So that is our goal for the morning. If you're doing this tour, just know you can get coffee if you are getting on at the Myeongdong station first stop. Here is the bus we will be on today. We've got our tour guide Paul on it. We got our coffees, and we're ready to go to the DMZ. And the best part is we got second row seats. Just handed in our passports. You absolutely need to bring your passport on this trip or you can't get into the DMZ, so we handed ours in. We're on our way to Majang Lake. This is the option that we chose. There were 2 different things that you could do. They were both suspension bridges. One was up over the mountains and the other one was on the lake, so we decided we wanted to choose the lake option. And of course our tour guide Paul is like, you picked the best option. You're already going to be hiking a couple times today at the DMZ. You don't want to be hiking up to that mountain. So we're like, okay, I guess we chose the right thing. It's just about an hour drive over to Majang Lake, so we are on our way. We're going to be updating some Instagram stories and also viewing the beautiful scenery on our way to Majang Lake. Guys, they have huge spiders here. Can you even, you can't even see how big it is. But they're not poisonous and they don't bite, but like, woo. We're at Majang Bridge. Well, actually we got here early, so the bridge isn't open yet. We're just sort of walking around until the bridge is open. It opens at 9 and it's currently 8:40. So we just said walk around, enjoy it. There are a few photo spots before you cross the bridge, and then we will cross the 220-meter bridge. It's also longer than the other option, and it's over a lake versus over a road. So a couple reasons why we chose the Majang Lake. We're gonna bring you guys across the 220 meters, and then we're gonna kind of just take a little trail back to the bus. It takes about 40 minutes to do that, so that is how we are starting off our morning. And I'm already out of breath. So many pretty little flowers along the way. So it's just like a nice little nature walk to start the day. Here is the bridge. It's not exactly open yet. I think that the man walking on here is opening the other side. But I just decided, you know, I won't cross the line, but I'll show you guys. This is the 220 meters across the lake. Okay, the bridge is officially open, so we are going to cross to the other side of the lake. We are at the end, and look at how many people are coming across this bridge at one time. Holy smokes. Well, that was beautiful. Toward the end, it got really crowded because everyone was just trying to kind of rush over to this side. But now we're on a beautiful little nature walk over to where the bus is going to be. We get a nice view of the lake, a nice view of this 220-meter Majang Bridge that we just walked across, which actually looks so huge from this angle. It's kind of crazy. And we're just going to walk back over to the bus through the nature trail to to start our morning. A little dark over here, so it's hard to tell, but this is how long that 220 meter bridge is. I know I keep trying to show you, but it's hard to explain. Didn't even feel like we were walking on it for that long, but this is what it looks like from this side. We have come across these huge fish in the lake. You can't swim in this lake and you can't fish in this lake, so everything is basically untouched by man. Look at how big these are. Oh my gosh. Well, we have made it to the Memorial Park and the Peace Park, which is where our bus had to buy the DMZ ticket. And our tour guide comes back on and he goes, I have good news and bad news, which one do you want first? Everyone said bad. I'm sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, the DMZ is sold out for the day or something. We're not going, we have to turn around. Turns out just the time that we thought we were going was booked out fully. So we're just here at the park for an extra hour. Not a huge deal other than the fact that it's 3 hours that we're gonna be here. There's lots to do and see and lots of restaurants. So we'll also grab lunch while we're here. We are officially going to the DMZ at 1:30. Very excited. It is packed. I guess there's some sort of marathon he was saying, and that's why it's sold out. He doesn't know. We don't know. But we are at the DMZ area, and we're going to be going in 3 hours. But for now, we're going to explore 2 different parks around here, Peace Park and Memorial Park, and get some lunch. This memorial, built in 1985, is to honor all of the soldiers who have been killed in battle. They don't usually bury them or cremate them or anything. And so this is the memorial to all of those who have died in the military. And there's flowers and all sorts of things that always get placed on this little area here to honor them. And this monument is also super special because South Koreans have all kinds of ancestor rituals and they love to honor the dead. So this gives a place for the families who have lost loved ones in battle to come here and celebrate the life of and remember those in their family in their ancestry line. A couple different times a year there are memorial services where the ancestors will come trim the grass of the tombs, offer foods, fruits, wines, bows, you name it. So it is very important that they have this monument. This is the monument that's dedicated to the comfort women. There are actually 2 of these because they are hoping that one day the one on the right will end up in North Korea. And if you don't know what comfort women are, it is horrible. They were women and young girls that were forced into sexual slavery by the armies and obviously used for pleasure of the other men. So they have that chair where you can sit next to the comfort woman and comfort her. And then these are train tracks that are left over that connected North and South Korea. And you'll see farther down this track later in this video that we got to actually see a train that when they called the ceasefire and every operation stopped, they just left the train there, but these tracks used to be all connected. We walked a little bit over here to the Iron Horse, which is this train that has been here since 1953 when they called ceasefire. They just stopped the train and it has not moved since. And it looks actually like it's in really good condition. I don't know if they've repainted it since, I would assume maybe. But this is the Iron Horse and the little memorial that they have for it. We've also found the Korean War Monument to the US forces. Here's what this looks like. I believe this is President Truman. Yep, Harry S. Truman. Erected a statue of him. And we've got the American flag and the South Korea flag. And just this monument in the middle. Very cool. Our tour guide Paul was telling us that South Koreans are very fond and very proud of Americans for all of our efforts and help during the Korean War. And that is why they've got Harry Truman over here and our flags and a whole monument dedicated to us specifically for our efforts in the Korean War. And their sign over here says, "We will remember you forever, go together. Freedom is not free." That is so cool. Inside the little rest area over here, they have lunch. So we got gimbap, dumpling, and my mom is doing the cooked ramen. So here are the dumplings and the gimbap, and my mom is over there getting her ramen, which you cook yourself on these little things over here. Cooking her own ramen. We have a little bit of time before we have to get back on the bus. We ate our lunch. We bought some fun, crazy snacks at the convenience store, and now we are at the northernmost South Korea Dunkin' Donuts. Our tour guide Paul was telling us this is as close to North Korea as you can get Dunkin'. So we said, let's go get a coffee because we just have to. Look at the different options that they have here. Sweet potato filled, sweet potato toasty, rice twist, rice stick. There's like a heart-shaped donut over there, matcha. So many different things. We just
look,
security check.
You can move everyone over there. DMZ River.
Alright, here's the DMZ blue line
go
right
back
on
to
the
see
road.
slowly, everyone.
Stepping foot in the DMZ! We're on United Nations territory, so no longer in South Korea, but also not in North Korea. We're just in United Nations territory, and we just got here. We're about to take some photo evidence that we were here as instructed by our guide Paul. He's like, let everybody know that you're here. These are the pictures that you take. And then we're gonna go watch a little documentary and go check out the tunnels. But we're here on the ground. There's also this amazing sculpture here of the people pushing the Koreas together. So you can see South Korea's here, North Korea's there. They're pushing them together with this third tunnel that we're gonna go in. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is a real tank that was left over that's on display here. This is scary. I mean, could you imagine being in one of these or seeing it come at you? It really does put it into perspective. I think it's like the first real military tank I've ever seen, and it is huge.
DMZ is a place that bears the tragedy of the time in the past. On June 25, 1950, the invasion of South Korea by the North began with earth-shattering sounds of artillery.
We're just told that there are going to be no photos allowed inside of the tunnel. I'm allowed to show this, but not the inside, so this might be all you're seeing of the tunnel.
Section tunnel. Finally we found it in 1978. And in that time, the Korean military said they saw some North Korean walker and soldiers in the tunnel, but they just run away. No contract exchange, nothing happened. Very next day, they said, North Korean government said, what is this tunnel? They didn't build it. So after investigation with the United Nations, we found some clear evidence shows this is the North Korean tunnel.
We have to put all of our belongings in a locker, phones, cameras, everything. There's no photos, no videos, no evidence that we're going down there, other than we're gonna tell you we went down there. So, bye. See you after. We did it.
That's quite a hike on the way back up.
I wish I could have taken pictures and videos. I'm gonna see if there's anything online. I highly doubt it. It was a weird walk down because it's so downhill. And it was a walk up, but our time in Busan, up down the hill, walks on Friday, I think prepared us
We
for
got
this.
down the way to, like, kind of like the chute they made to get down to the tunnel. Then we walked in, like, the mine-looking thing of the explosives.
So short. I think it's
we wore
2
hard
meters
hats. We had to
tall.
wear yellow hard hats.
Yeah, but we're back.
Very, very fascinating.
Yeah.
Really.
Truly such a shame. Yeah, truly such a shame that I can't share it with you guys. But I'm gonna try my best to like look up things and see because that was awesome. I'm so glad we did that. And that's only the first of our 3 stops at the DMZ. And here is the proof that we were here. The 3rd infiltration tunnel in South Korea. We were only 500 feet from North Korea down there. Oh my goodness.
Really, one of the best places.
There's North Korea. Do you see their flag? There's North Korea. Oh my gosh. Here's the view from today, and I'm gonna zoom as far as I can go. And I'm gonna cut it, but there's North Korea right there. That's their flag. I'm gonna try and get a better one on my phone. Guys, you're not really gonna be able to see it, but that's the village we were watching. People drive by in trucks and all kinds of motor vehicles in North Korea. There it is, the North Korean flag. I'm putting you guys through little binoculars. And there it is. That is inside North Korea. That is inside North Korea. Look at this. Oh my gosh. That was really cool. We both just agreed. It definitely was not enough time up there. We just really felt like spies at one point. Like, we were watching the North Korean people like riding on motorcycles and in trucks and like the guards at the guard posts. We were like, oh my gosh, this feels like a little weird that we could see them through the telescope.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. And that's just about that. And the tunnel is about as close to North Korea as I want to get for a little while. And definitely wish that we had more time here.
Yes.
I could have been up there for quite a bit longer just
was
looking.
amazing.
And our guide Paul said today was like one of the best views you could have had. It's not too sunny, but it's not cloudy at all, and you could just see everything. This is the North Korea toll road. It's closed right now because obviously you can't drive in North Korea, but they're hoping one day it'll be open.
Is it okay to go?
Quick 15-minute pit stop for souvenirs. We got chocolate. And now we are gonna head back to Seoul. And we are, I think, gonna do Korean barbecue for dinner tonight once we get back. We're excited for that. We are in Myeongdong at Rayon. We are here for some Korean barbecue. They've already got certain tables set up. And look how good. We don't know what to order, what to get. This is actually our first Korean barbecue experience. So we're gonna ask them, look at the menu, and figure out what to get at Korean barbecue in Korea. Look at all of these sides that just got brought out to us. Kimchi, bean sprouts, we've got pickles, there's like a sweet potato mash. Oh, we're getting our meat coming out. Oh my goodness. Everything is just being brought out all at once. Okay. Thank you. Wow, this is a lot of food. What an awesome experience to have this meat cooked right in front of us. So many sides. We're like, oh my gosh, it is a ton of food. For like $50 total. It's like 25 bucks a person to do this set. And it is a lot. First ever bite of Korean barbecue. Here we go. It's really good. Cheers! We are so full, and honestly, we have told them, we're like, there's so much food left. There is a tour group that just got in on their first day of the store. We handed over our kimchi pancakes. We're like, we're not gonna eat all of this, and they took it over. For an entire family. Yeah, two. And this was the set for 2 people. We're like, okay, well, we thought we were hungry, but turns out we weren't hungry enough. It was delicious. First time Korean barbecue in Korea. It just seems so fitting. And now it's like literally only 7 p.m. We don't know what we're gonna do with the rest of our night. Maybe walk around the shops around here because it is ridiculous. It's where we came to the night food market last night, and there's a ton of shops, and then we just go back to the hotel, chill. Because tomorrow is my last day here. My mom leaves the next morning, but I leave tomorrow night on an overnight flight, and I'm not going for another month, but that's a whole other story for another day. So we're gonna see what we're gonna do for the rest of our night, our last full night here in South Korea together. We have been walking through shops and through the night market. South Korea is renowned for their skincare, and I swear there's like a skincare store every other store we've walked in, all of them, because they're all having these crazy promotions. But we said we need to go back to the hotel, pack up our bag, figure everything out, and figure out how much room we have before we start buying skincare, because my bag for sure is overweight, but I can check 2 bags on the way home, so I need to rearrange and see with my luggage scale that I brought. Same thing with my mom. I knew the luggage scale would come in handy because we each get 2 50-pound bags on the way back. So luckily we're just about a 12-minute walk away from our hotel, so we're just gonna get a nice walk back after that very filling dinner and after walking through all the shops and things. So on our last night together here. Oh, this is weird. It's not like we've been alone together for like 2 months. Minimally. I'm pretty sure. Like, it has not felt like 3 weeks. The trip has gone really well.
Yes.
But it has felt like forever.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. But it's just
yeah. Like when you think back to Disney, it seems like
3 weeks ago we were in Florida. You were getting on a plane.
That's
3
right.
weeks ago tomorrow. So like,
Was
we
it?
weren't even in, yes! So it's just crazy. Like, we have been gone. Not even
and
for 3
very
weeks.
busy days.
Yeah.
Like every day, super busy.
Every day super busy, but it's been really, really good. So it's fine that we're calling it a little bit of an early night in, considering we woke up at 6 a.m.
And we
to be
went to
going
bed
back
late,
at like 8:30 is not such a bad thing at all. Got less than 5 hours of sleep last night. Whatever it is, we're tired. And I have a little bit of chocolate in the room, and that sounds like a great reward. When we have some
One
wine
glass
in the
of
room.
wine left from our mini bottle from the train because we didn't drink it.
So we've got options, and we're gonna go back and enjoy them. So we're back in the room. I've showered. I've gotten in my PJs. We've both been working on some things, but it was such a fun day going to go visit the DMZ today, and also being able to get some Korean barbecue and shop around afterward. We've been having so much fun on this entire trip, and tomorrow is the last day for me. I hop on a flight at 9 p.m. tomorrow to go back to the States. But as much as I'm going back to the States, the adventures are not over yet. So if you are new here, make sure that you subscribe down below so you don't miss another video. You can also follow me on my other social medias to be more up to date with what I'm doing. I can't wait to share what I'm doing and where I'm going next. But until then, I hope that you guys are having a great day. I will see you soon. Bye!